everybody. Kind of an impromptu live that I'm doing right now. Just got back from dinner, and I have gotten a lot of messages about people saying, hey, I want to know how to use my Instant Pot, and I don't know what to do. And I've had mine for over a year now, and it's my favorite appliance. Like, well, the KitchenAid is probably my favorite appliance, to be honest. I love my KitchenAid. I've had it since I was 16. Been using the KitchenAid forever. So all you Bosch people, no offense, but the KitchenAid rules supreme for me. But this Instant Pot, I call it the Instapot because it's just quicker, is pretty much the best thing ever. And I love my Instant Pot. Okay, so I'm kind of waiting on a few people to join and see if we have anybody that's going to join. Let's see. Hello. Thanks for joining. Toby, it's fine. Toby's my dog. And Toby, shh. There's nothing over there. Anyway, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to do something super easy in the Instant Pot. A lot of people are messaging me, like I said before, about what is something simple to do in it. I'm not making a full meal. I'm just going to do a really quick tutorial on how to do boiled eggs. So you can join, you can stay, whatever. I'll have these in my highlights as well. But that's one of the first things I learned how to do in my Instant Pot was hard-boiled eggs. And with the new year starting, and I'm trying to, well, I'm not completely healthy yet. It's going to take me a few weeks. Hey, I can't help it. But I am in the mode because starting Monday, I'm going to start working out at the gym. And something quick for me, protein-wise, is hard-boiled eggs. And I love hard-boiled eggs. So I love eggs in general. A lot of people don't like eggs, but I do. So my Instant Pot is the 6-quart, not the 8-quart. And it's really awesome. I make tikka masala. I make Indian rice. I make, let's see, what else? All the things that I make in here. Roast, stew. I make the best ribs ever in the Instant Pot, and they're quicker too. The thing about the Instant Pot for me is that first, it's fast. It's a lot faster than a crock pot, and it also, you can do like oatmeal. You can make your own vanilla. You can do yogurt. I mean, the capacity for this and all the things you can make is endless. Like anything you can make on the stovetop, you pretty much can make in this. I made flan, which is to die for, which now I'm craving, so maybe I'll have to whip that out in a minute. But I make cheesecake. Just you name it, I probably have made it in the Instant Pot. I don't do spaghetti in the Instant Pot yet, but I do rice almost every single week. I do eggs every week. I do beans almost every week. So the time for me to invest in making my food, if it's going to be shortened by that, then great. But not only is it shortened, but the meal itself is 10 times better, because when you seal the Instant Pot, the pressure is all here. There's no air, there's no evaporation, nothing that's going to take away from the flavor and the tenderness of your meats. So for me, doing roast and stew or sausage in the Instant Pot, it infuses the flavor even more and makes it even tender. I don't even know how to describe it. It's fabulous. So if you have any questions about the Instant Pot itself, let me know. Yeah, let me know on here if you are interested. So what I do every week is I do some hard-boiled eggs, and my kids know because I have my eggs right here. So I have my eggs, and I keep my hard-boiled eggs in a plastic bag, and they know, oh, those are the hard-boiled eggs. And by the way, hard-boiled eggs were never my favorite thing to make, because I don't know if I just was doing it wrong or what, but you try to peel some of those eggs, sometimes I'd be like, oh my gosh, it came off awesome, or I'd have to run it in cold water to get it right. But the Instant Pot, I've never had a problem peeling an egg and it sticking to the shell. It's the perfect method to do your eggs in. So I have 2 different methods that I use that I'm going to show you here to do. So you have the Instant Pot that actually comes with it. Here's the unit. You put that in here. And then they give you a trivet, right, that I put in that you can lift and do things with. And I usually do this for like flans or cheesecakes or eggs, of course, and even like hamburger meat or chicken, like frozen, you can use the trivet for. It just keeps the water that you pour in, because you need to have some kind of liquid in the Instant Pot to build pressure. Otherwise, what are you doing? Like, it's not going to be good. So we always add at least a cup of liquid of some sort to the Instant Pot, whatever you're making, sometimes more. This also has a saute function. It has all kind of different things it can do. I also have used the crock pot function, and in fact, let's see, I bought this lid, which is the Instant Pot. You can see the, I don't know if you can see. You can see it has the name right there. And I just place it like this, and I use the crock pot feature. So if I like, you know, I don't need something in 45 minutes, I can do this overnight, or I can do it an hour. I'll use my crock pot feature for that, because I don't want to have a crock pot plus the Instant Pot. What's the point of that? This does it all. It's awesome. Okay, so in the past, I'll just go straight to the eggs. In the past, I've used the trivet, and it does not matter, first off, what size your eggs are, okay? Does not matter. If you have small eggs or you have your own chickens, good for you. I wish I did. I love chickens. I always wanted chickens. Can't have them here. Anyway, I usually bake with extra large eggs. I always use extra large eggs in everything, or jumbo. So that's what I'm using. I think mine are extra large. Yeah, these are extra large eggs. But it doesn't matter. The same time will apply to this, so you're good to go. All right, so this is the trivet that comes with it. Now, this I just found. I'm super, super excited about this. This is from OXO, the brand OXO, OXO. I only know how to say that correctly because I used to work at Williams-Sonoma long ago for like a seasonal job, just because I wanted a discount. Anyway, we had a lot of OXO products, and somebody corrected me when I said OXO, and they're like, no, it's OXO. And I'm like, okay. So that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, this is by OXO, and this is at Target, and it locks into place right here, and this is a total silicone trivet. So it's easy to clean, and look, it like fits perfectly. It's made just for the Instant Pot, and then when you're ready to seal the lid, you just put that notch on like that, and you can seal it. And then when you're done, you can lift things out easily. So I'm super excited about this, because this trivet that comes with the Instant Pot is kind of hard to reach down in the heat when you've opened it up and pull out, and it's kind of wiggly, and this is like super stable. So if you're wanting to get something really cool to go in your Instant Pot, do this, because it's so, so great. Hey, Kaylee. Okay, so what we're doing, by the way, is we are making eggs in our Instant Pot. Hard-boiled eggs, because I'm going to be on a health kick next week, a little bit. I'm not 100%. I'm not ready to commit day one. I'm just kind of slowly getting into my health kick. But one of the things that I always do is make hard-boiled eggs every week, because Wade loves them. They're quick and easy to grab and go, so it's awesome. All right, so what you're gonna do first, I've got this trivet I just explained. If you didn't, if you weren't joining before then, you'll know this is the OXO. It's made for the Instant Pot. It's a trivet, and so instead of using the one that comes with it, I'm using this one. So the very first thing you're gonna do to hard-boil the perfect hard-boiled egg is to put 1 cup of water in the Instant Pot. I'm saying it right. I don't even know why. I usually call it Instapot. Okay, so I don't know. Let's see if I can. Well, I'll just kind of angle it up. So all you're going to do is physically put the eggs into the Instant Pot, and I don't like to put them where they're touching each other, because if there's a chance that they're going to crack, then that's not good, right? So I'm just going to do 4, because obviously I've got a couple to go through right here. Super easy. Hey, Cassie. Okay, so you can see, I could put a lot more. I have put up to 15 eggs on the trivet, just touching each other everywhere, and just dealt with it. So all you're going to do, there's a method called 6-5-5. That's my perfect combo for the perfect eggs, okay? That means 6 minutes high pressure, So when I turn the Instant Pot onto the high pressure mark here, I'm gonna move it to oh wait, it's already there. 6 minutes right here. And then it's going to build the pressure once I put the lid on. Okay, let me talk to you real quick about the, in fact, let me cancel that so it doesn't freak out on me. Okay, so the lid has a sealing ring. The best tip I can give you is to go onto Amazon and to get different colored rings. The reason why is because the scent from some of those like stew or red beans and rice that I make is like overwhelming, and it does retain that scent. And I don't want my cheesecake getting a little hint of red beans and rice. So this is my dessert ring that I only use when I'm using for desserts. Everything else I pretty much use the clear ring, and anything that's spicy. So that's what's in here, because the egg scent is not bad, but this is scent is not gonna get in my eggs. We good, okay? So I'm gonna lock and load it. And on the top of the Instant Pot, there is a valve, and all you have to do is switch it to sealing. Mine says sealing and venting. Venting is when all the steam will come out, right? So I'm gonna put it to seal. Over here, I don't know if you can see, there's a valve, a floating valve, and that will come to the top when pressure has been reached. That means it's built all the pressure, it's heated up, and there's nowhere for that pressure to escape, so that valve's gonna rise up to the top and we good. Okay, so let me turn it on, and we're gonna do 6 minutes, okay? So I was talking to you about the 6-5-5 rule. So when you're doing a hard-boiled egg, you wanna go 6 minutes high pressure, okay? There it goes, it's gonna start warming up. It's gonna be awesome. All right, I don't know, you can, well, I can't hardly read it, sorry. Oh, yeah, I guess red beans and rice cake would be good. Anyway, anything red beans and rice, bring it on, right? Because I'm Texan and that sounds really good. I'm kind of like Texan/Louisianan. So all of my family is from Texas. I'm born and raised there, but I have a lot of Louisiana family there too. So, and Arkansas. So I'm kind of deep south. Had a lot of questions about that too. Why am I in Utah? I don't know. I still don't know. I'm still confused. Anyway, so my venting is sent to, my venting valve here, and I can take it off because you can take it off and clean it, is set to sealing, and then it's gonna start building pressure, and then once it reaches pressure, so it's gonna take about 5 minutes. Once it reaches the pressure that it needs to, it'll start counting down. 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, all the way down. And then it'll beep and tell me, I've done my cooking, 6 minutes is up. And I'm gonna be awesome. And then, so I told you 6, now the next 5 is you're gonna let it naturally release. And when people say naturally release and quick release, I always got really confused when I had my Instant Pot for the first time. I was like, wait, what does that mean? Do I keep it on warm? So what it does is once that timer goes off, 6 minutes, it'll start counting up until you tell it not to count up. And that valve will sometimes drop. Sometimes it won't all the way, but once that valve has dropped, then it's safe to open. That's all you need to know. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of that Instant Pot, it's gonna blow up my whole house. No, it won't. It's not gonna blow up your house if you just know that you can't open the Instant Pot until that valve is dropped. Then you're good. So don't ever try to open it otherwise. So, let's see. Yeah, it's on. So it's starting to heat up and build that pressure. I've got 1 cup of water and 4 eggs. That's it. All right. Do you guys even like hard-boiled eggs? They're like my go-to, I need the protein quick, I'm starving and I don't want to break my diet food. That's what I do. But I kind of have a different view on diets this year. Obviously, I want to lose weight. I went through a whole program a couple of years ago. Oh, good. I'm glad. Do you have an Instant Pot, Cassie? You need one. It's the best thing ever. But a lot of people are intimidated by them, so that's why I'm trying to do something super simple that you know this is really easy. I mean, I could take it really hardcore and do an Oreo cheesecake, which maybe I'll do that later sometime. But for now, I'm just doing this. But it's awesome. Yes, I know. It's so good. I hope you guys have one. You don't like the yolk? Kaylee, come on. That's the best part. Ooh, I love deviled eggs. That's another story. Anyway, what was I saying? It's hard when my daughters aren't with me. I lose my train of thought. I need one now. Oh yeah, if you have an old school pressure cooker, toss it out. Your house is gonna blow up. No, just kidding. It could though. This thing is magic. Like, I hug this thing. I'm just like, thank you for bringing love into my life. It is so awesome. They're not expensive anymore. You can find great sales at Walmart or anywhere. Let's see, what are we doing now? It's still on. It says on. I don't know if you can really read what it says, but it says on, and then it'll beep saying, okay, I'm ready to cook your eggs. And it'll be 6 minutes. I mean, when I used to do eggs before, I would cook them for like 12 to 18 minutes, sometimes on the stove, and it would bubble, and then the evaporation would go everywhere. And you don't have to account for the evaporation with rice or with eggs or anything in the Instant Pot, because it's all concealed, and that's what makes it so great, especially for meat. I did a rack of ribs in my Instant Pot. In fact, I think I have them on my highlights if you're interested. I wanted to learn more about them before I could. Good. Hopefully I'm helping you. It is really, when it says a 9-in-1 or a 7-in-1, it is all of those things. I don't use the yogurt feature. I haven't learned yet, but I have tasted Instant Pot yogurt, and it is like the heavens have opened, and I have super specialty yogurt. It is so freakishly good. I do have a yogurt insert for this, and I just haven't done it yet. That's kind of like, I mean, you would think I've done tikka masala. That's kind of a hardcore thing. I've done cheesecakes. I've done flan, all which may take a lot of time otherwise, or have a bain-marie in a bath that takes an hour. I don't have to do that anymore. It just is really, really quick. I have my own chickens and fried. Oh! Okay, yes. Every egg that I've ever done hard boiled, other than in the Instant Pot, I've always had trouble peeling, and I've always hated it. And so when somebody said, oh yeah, you gotta try this Instant Pot, I'm like, okay, listen, let me just show you while it's heating up. Okay, I made these earlier. Okay, you know the trick. If it spins, it's hard boiled, right? If it's wobbly, it's not boiled. Just so you know that. So I'm just rolling, 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 rawhide. Okay, look at this. As I try my Band-Aid finger. Okay, I'm getting it. Here it comes. I don't want that steam to burn my face off. Okay, look at this. If I can get under it, then you can see it. It just peels right off. Oh my gosh. Every single time. I don't ever have to worry. So the trick is 6-5-5 with this method. Okay, you cook it for 6. That's going to give it the perfect thing. Then you let it sit for 5 minutes in your Instant Pot with a natural release. Natural release means you don't touch it, and you just let it kind of do its thing. Okay, there we go. Perfect egg, ready to go. And I probably crunched it so much. And anyway, I usually just like peel them all because they're so fun. And then after 5 minutes, you let any steam, if this pin hasn't dropped, I just let the steam out. So I turn it to venting and I let the steam out. And then the pin drops and I open it. Then I immediately put it into an ice water bath for 5 minutes, because that is the trick to keeping it to peel. I've also done that method on the stove top, and it still won't peel the right way. And I don't know why. I don't know why the Instant Pot makes it so. Look at this. I mean, it's like, hello. Every freaking time I get a perfect peeled egg. Told ya. It's awesome. Okay, so like now I want to eat those or make stuff with those. Okay, the other thing while this is cooking, has anybody ever seen one of these? These are baby food silicone, I think they're called, let me see, I wrote it down. Pop Flex. Pop Flex silicone. I got this off of Amazon. I see a lot of people using these to make those egg, they scramble eggs, they put all kind of like peppers in them and stuff. It's that thing from Starbucks. What is that thing called? The eggs? I don't remember. Anyway, they put these in here and bake them in the Instant Pot, and it tastes exactly, if not better, than the ones you can get at Starbucks. I've actually tried those and they're really good. However, I found also that you can just put the eggs directly into here. So if you want to purchase this, this is an extra thing. You don't need to. And you can just put them all in, or you can just put 2 in if you want. Okay. The frittata? No, it's not the frittata. It's like egg bites. It's like, they're little bitty, they're round exactly like this. Maybe it's that, I don't know. I think it's called something else. Anyway, I usually just put a few in, and then I fill up the water. I put this in my Instant Pot, and then I fill all the space. So not just the ones that have the egg in, but the extra ones, just to give it balance. And I put them in here. And this will keep them from cracking if you're gonna do a lot. So I've done it that way, this way. I've also put the eggs in here and then cooked them like that, and then, but they just look ugly. So, like if you want them pretty, you know, beautiful, round, perfect eggs, yeah, stick to this method. But this is a really cool way to just do a few. Also, you can do a few, or you can do a lot at one time. Okay, so, let's see, where are we at? Okay, we got 4 minutes, it's counting down. So I wanted to show you this process while I'm on here so you can tell. And I'm just gonna put the water in here, because you want the ice to really get cold here. Because what the ice does is it drops the temperature, stops the egg from cooking, and then it also, hey Melissa! I'm like struggling to see because it's kind of far away. So it cools it down, stops the cooking, and it also starts separating the egg shell from the white of the egg, so it's easy to peel. So it makes it easy to peel. Somehow that works every freaking time. I don't know why. So 6 minutes in the Instant Pot, 5 minutes natural release, which means let it count up. It'll start counting up. So it's kind of depressurizing slowly is what natural release is. Do a lot of that with like beans or roasts or meats that you want to continue to cook. So you want to get really quick and high and cooked and tender, but then you want to natural release so it continues to cook and get better. So this valve, let me see if you can see. See the valve. See how that valve is flush now? So that's where you want it. That means it's been cooking. It's cooking in the right spot. Okay. Any other questions that you have about the Instant Pot? Let me know. See if I can answer. Yeah, but this is my go-to. I make rice literally probably 3 times a week, if not more. Or I use my Instant Pot at least 3 to 5 times a week, sometimes every day, depending on what I'm doing. When I was working full-time, it was my best friend. I could make something so quick. One of the best things that I think is so great about this is you can put frozen chicken breasts that you buy in a big container, you know, big bag at Walmart or Costco, and you can throw chicken breast in here with a cup of water or a cup of chicken broth if you want, whatever. I mix and match, you know, water depending on what I'm cooking. Or I'll do half water, half chicken broth just for flavor. Or you can use, anyway, I just simply salt and pepper it, and then I'll put water in it and cook it, and then I'll shred it. And it's like the perfect shredded chicken you've ever had. It's like super, super quick. It doesn't take more than 12 minutes. It's super fast. Of course, you need to account for the time that it takes to pressurize. So when people say, it only took me 12 minutes to do something, you have to go, yes, but it took you, you know, 5 to 10 minutes to warm up. So you got to kind of account for that. Red beans and rice is something I make all the time. I'm going to post tomorrow about my black-eyed peas that I made for the new year. I made that plus rice. My daughter, I'm super jealous, Krista, she loves her Instant Pot she got for her wedding, and swears by it just like me. Then I bought my daughter Leanna one who also uses it, and she makes chicken all the time. So that way you already have your chicken ready, and I freeze my chicken shredded, and then I can pull it out and I can throw taco seasoning on it, or I can do lemon pepper, or I can do whatever. I can make enchiladas. It's just, oh my gosh, and it's so fast and easy. Okay, Cassie, have we got you convinced yet? You need this. You need it, you need it. Okay, what are we at now? Ooh, 1 minute. And then it's gonna count up to 5, okay? So, yes, you really do. It's life-saving. And honestly, with your 2 babies, it's like, you don't have time for this. You don't have time to get in the kitchen and cook, but you can trust the Instant Pot to help you on that journey. There's a lot of recipe books out there. You can get pretty much everything free as far as recipes and ideas online or at Pinterest. Mine, by the way, is a 6-quart. I feel like the 6-quart is perfect for me. By the way, it beeps, so now you're going to see that it's going to start counting up, okay? And it's going to count to 5, and I'll try to start watching. When it gets to 5, I'm going to let the steam out. And I'll show you a trick to that, to making sure that you don't get stuff all over you. So again, let's see. Get this. So I use a cloth for especially things like oatmeal, or I've made Creo Brew. Does anybody know what Creo Brew is? It's the best stuff ever. It's like hot chocolate, but healthy. It's like a cross between coffee, tea, and hot chocolate. If they all had a baby, this is what this would be. Creo Brew is so good, and you can have it cold or hot, but I will make a big pot of it here, and then I'll put it in a pitcher in my refrigerator, and I'll just heat it up in the mornings. It's so good. It's so easy. So, so Creo Brew I usually use a French press for, but you can steep it and cook it really quickly in an Instant Pot, and then just strain it through a fine mesh sieve, and then it's the same thing as a French press. And the pressurizing of the Instant Pot help it to retain all the flavors, and in fact sometimes more. Yes, it is the best stuff. And living in Utah, I'm like cold all the time, so this like Creo Brew is my best friend. Let's see, what are we at? 1. So I just found out, so my husband is traveling. You've probably seen some of my posts. My husband's traveling to Europe in January, and at the end of January, and I wasn't sure where he's going to go. So I'm a huge fan of Europe, by the way. I love Paris so much I want to live there now. He took me last year as a surprise for Valentine's Day. He gave me the tickets to go, that we were going to Paris. So now that he's traveling back to Paris, but he normally, not to Paris, but to Europe, he's going to Germany. He usually goes to Romania, Germany, Switzerland, just Sweden, different places around there. Doesn't travel too much to France, but so this time he is going to Venlo in Romania and Munich. And so, can you do other teas? You know what? I don't know, because I love Creo Brew so much. That's all I've done. But I will try the tea. I will try the tea. I do have some tea. That's a good idea, because when your throat's really hurting really bad, like my son's in shows all the time, and he's currently in Newsies at the Health Center Orem, and his throat gets thrashed with all the performances that he does, and so that would be cool if I could just have it ready for him to go. So I will try that, but I have not tried tea, but I know you can do flavored waters. You can do vanilla, homemade vanillas, and that it's just endless with the kind of stuff you can do. Also, one of my favorite people, by the way, that ever, who really kind of turned me on to the Instant Pot was Marcy from Tidbits. So you can look her up online or on Instagram. I don't think I can locate her here, but whatever. Anyway, she has a cookbook out. She was the first Instant Pot cookbook I ever bought. She's really into healthy eating, and she's, I believe, a dietitian. So she did a lot of cool stuff in her Instant Pot book. Oh, my phone. Okay, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Let me charge my phone. I'm here. Okay. Okay, we're still here, I promise. Okay. Stress. Did not know my phone was about to die on me. Okay, we're at 4, so one more second, we're gonna open it up. Let's see, make sure. Okay. Anyway, my husband is going to, what does he do for work? He's a computer programmer, but he's in management, so he's like a VP. So he has to travel, because the company that he works for, their main offices are in Europe. So lucky for me, right? Anyway, since I'm not working full time now, I get to go to Europe, and I'm going with him. And we weren't sure where we were going to be going, and because I'm like, you going? I'm going. I don't work right now, so I can go. Plus, I have flight benefits because my awesome son-in-law is a pilot, so I'm able to go for the cheap. So I'm going. We just discovered tonight. We're just booking our flight, or my husband's booking his flights tonight. That we're going to Munich, Germany, and Salzburg, Austria. So I'm so excited. I've been singing Sound of Music since he told me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go on the Sound of Music tour, and I'm going to cry the entire time. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, we're at 6. Okay, this is what I do. When I vent, okay, there's hardly any venting. You can see the steam coming out. If there were a lot, I just oh, that scared me. The steam was coming out. I cover it because I don't want all the steam everywhere. And sometimes with like oatmeal in particular, you'll get little spews of oatmeal, and I don't want that. Oh yeah, I'll be posting that. Are you kidding? I am definitely going to be posting. Yeah, so we're going to go to the Disney, I believe it's the Sleeping Beauty Castle that it was designed after. We're going to that. And then we're going definitely to the Sound of Music tour in Austria. Okay, so now my my floating valve is down. So it's safe. And you see all the steam coming out? All I'm going to do is shake that. Okay, and here are the eggs. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip them into this water. Put this back in here for now. And then they're going to sit here for 5 minutes. Really, I don't even need to do it that long, but that's what I'm going to do. Leave it there. And that's it. That is it. And then you have perfectly hard-boiled eggs that you can use in anything. It's super, super, super easy. So if you're just joining, hello. Oh, Melissa, yes. I can't wait. And then my husband bought me a new camera for my new venture and my hymn singing and stuff for vlogging. And vlogging is a whole nother animal that I'm like, oh, do I really want to go into that? But I think it's the best place for me to post all of that. Even though I love Instagram, I feel like that's a better place. And then I can save my lives that I do here on Instagram there. And so hopefully you'll all follow me there too. Yes, so he got me this camera, and I'm going to be like, excuse me, stop. I'm taking a picture. I'm going to be singing in the mountains, in the snow. I don't care. It's going to be super cold, so I'm a little concerned about that, but I'm sorry, thermals. That's all I need. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I'm not really timing right now, but just let them sit in an ice bath. So 6 minutes in the Instant Pot, 5 minutes natural release, and then quick release any other steam that's there, and then open your pot, lift it out, and put it there. And by the way, those who are just joining, this is the silicone OXO trivet that you can purchase at Target. I don't know if they have them at Walmart, but I found mine at Target, and I could not wait. I jumped and put it in my cart real quick. This is the one that comes with the Instant Pot. It's a little weak. This one is super sturdy. You can see the difference in size. And it's really, really easy to clean. And it's given you enough height, even more so, I would think. Let me see. Yeah, just a little bit more, a little higher from anything being on the bottom of your Instant Pot, so it won't scorch or burn or anything. So this is a real good product. I'm telling you right now, this is what you need. This is great too, and you can still do your eggs on with this trivet. But I just found that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that, because OXO products are like my very favorite ever. All the things that I've ever bought with OXO has lasted me forever. Okay, so then after the 655 method, your eggs are ready to go. And you don't even need to really cool them, like they're already cold because of the ice. So eggs perfectly in the Instant Pot right here. Hopefully that's given you some courage to go buy an Instant Pot and to dive in, because if you don't want 100 million appliances, first off, you need the Instant Pot. If you want to speed up your time with your cooking, no matter what it is, you need the Instant Pot. If you want to do things that are like super fancy desserts, like cheesecakes or flan, or creme brulee, then you need the Instant Pot. If you want to do, you're Russian and you're like, oh my gosh, I have nothing but frozen meat or chicken, you need the Instant Pot. I'm not getting paid for this, P.S. Nobody's sending me no free stuff. I wish. I should contact them because I'm a huge supporter amongst all the millions of other women who love to cook or don't even love to cook and they use the Instant Pot. It's really, really, really is the easiest form of cooking that I've ever found. Oh my gosh, there's my pilot son-in-law. Decker! Come see your favorite mother-in-law. He is the biggest supporter of me. I love him so much. I love that men aren't afraid to follow me. I see all my things. I've got like 200 people looking at my stuff, and then I'll see like this list of men that I know, and I'm like, yes! Men want to follow along and cook too. Decker's actually really good at cooking, and he's my super awesome helper when he is in town, but he's in Houston, sadly. Okay, so we're just doing hard-boiled eggs in the Instant Pot. Chris! Okay, my daughter is with him. Thank heaven. That's a good thing. Krista could probably teach you so much more than I am about the Instant Pot. She loves it and uses it religiously as well. So, all you got to do is a 6-5-5 method. 6 minutes in the Instant Pot. 5 minutes natural release. Then let all the rest of the steam out. That's called a quick release. And then drop them into an ice cold bath for 5 minutes, and then you have got the perfect egg ever. Ta-da! I've already peeled this one, and if you want to see all that process, I did it at the beginning of this live. But I appreciate you joining me. If there's any other questions you have, let me know. Or if you want me to cook a specific thing on a live, I'd love to do that too. Krista, I think, is coming into town, right, Decker? And when she comes here, maybe we'll do something that she likes to cook in the Instant Pot and show you what to do. I don't only use the Instant Pot, but right now I just thought there's a lot of DMs I'm getting like, oh my gosh, I never knew that you could cook rice in the Instant Pot so fast, or it turns out perfect every time, or I didn't know you could do this. Show me some more things that I can do with it, because a lot of them, okay, yes, she better. I hope she can get on that flight. I miss her. Definitely gonna have her sing with me, so she better get ready for that. Hopefully her voice. She's been super, super sick this past week, so it's been really hard. I think she had the norovirus, but I'm not sure. It sounded very flu-like to me, but she's better now, so she's gonna come visit her mama. And hopefully her voice isn't bad. So if you need me, I'll be at the piano just singing Edelweiss for the rest of my life. Today, my niece, a new niece, was born. My sister, my youngest sister Ashna, had her 4th baby girl, and I'm super excited about it. So one of the songs that I sang to my kids when they were growing up was Edelweiss. And so now that I know that I'm going to Austria and going on the Sound of Music tour in less than a month, then I've been singing Edelweiss all day long. In honor of babies, of course, and my love for Sound of Music. Okay, so if there's any other questions you have, I'm going to get off for now. I'm not going to waste the rest of your Friday night. Got to go and take some time for yourself. Go visit with your husband. I just came back from a date with my husband, and it was awesome. We go early on the Friday because there's too many crowds, and I hate it. You want to really? Decker wants a hard-boiled egg now. Right? They're so good, and it's healthy protein. You need them, and I keep them, like I say, I keep them like this in my refrigerator. The ones that are in the bag, anybody that opens my fridge knows, this is not a regular egg. This is hard-boiled egg. My favorite is deviled eggs. So, but those kind of fattening. So I try to not have that too much. Okay. All right. So anyway, if you have any questions, I'll end with that and wish you a happy weekend. And let me know if you have any questions about Instant Pot cooking. Happy to help you. Okay, guys. See you later.